National Football League from CBS Sports, home of Super Bowl 35.
CBS, welcome to Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. A battle of the unbeaten, the 3-0 New York Jets and the 3-0 Tampa Bay Bucks. And underneath it all, the Keyshawn Bowl. Keyshawn Johnson, the former New York Jet. On the other side of the field, his favorite nemesis, Wayne Corbett. We'll be right back.
Net 1, Pearl 2.
Bingo!
Mr. Barkley wins again.
These days, retirement can come sooner than you think. So let Schwab help you set up a tax-deferred IRA rollover account. Come visit us at schwab.com, and we can help you set up your IRA rollover account in just a few easy steps.
You got the upper.
So you can get the most out of your golden years.
I'm gonna get baseball cards. I'm gonna get Why are you spending your allowance?
Well, I plan to build a portfolio that's broadly diversified in America's greatest companies, with a small portion aggressively seeking out higher returns.
What's a portfolio?
It's never too early to learn about smarter investing. Visit us at thenewschwabwelcome.com, where every investor is welcome.
You might want to hold on to that Mickey Mantle card.
It has rained heavily here in Tampa over the past hour. There is still a light rain falling and the promise of more as we continue this afternoon. Welcome back to Tampa, everyone. Greg Gumbel along with Phil Simms and Armin Katayan. And this is the game that many in New York and in Tampa have circled on the schedule since the NFL schedule came out. Our referee today is Phil Luckett. The Jets have won the toss, and they will receive in the face of this very, very tough Tampa team. As you look at Wayne Corbett on the sideline, it's important for the New York Jets to get off to a good start here today, Phil.
Well, it would be, Greg, but the weather, it's rained so hard, the field is wet, the game plans and strategy have to change.
Dramatica's kick, 2 yards deep in the end zone, is Kevin Williams. To the 20. And forward to about the 23, maybe the 24-yard line. A 24-yard return for Williams, and Vinny Testaverde picked number 1 overall in 1987 by these Tampa Bay Bucks. He is still the Bucks' all-time leader in passing yardage and touchdowns.
Look at his stats for this year. Vinny Testaverde, we talked to him last night, and I think he's correct in saying, I am getting better every week. I thought last week against Buffalo, the best I've seen him play this year. And he says, I had a great week of practice, very excited and confident about playing the Buccaneers defense.
First down from the 23-yard line. Corbett in motion and Testaverde to throw. Going to go deep down the sideline. Incomplete. Intended for number 89, Dedrick Ward. It'll be 2nd and 10. And a look at the Jets offensive line, Phil.
The Jets offensive line, the center, Kevin Mawai, one of the best in the league.
The backfield boasts 3-time Pro Bowler Curtis Martin. Receivers Wayne Corbett and Dedrick Ward have big play capabilities. And with the wet field, the Jets didn't hesitate to try to go deep on the first offensive play of the game.
Well, there's a couple things, Greg. The Jets did want to come out and throw the football today, but most of the passes, they want them to be short to pick up the yards so they can pick up the third down.
Curtis Martin, left side. Richie Anderson, lead block. Turning the corner up across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. Jamie Duncan, Rondé Barber in on the stop after a gain of 5.
The Bucks defensive line, one of the best in the league, and of course it's led by Warren Sapp.
The linebackers are all quick. Derek Brooks, as good as there is at that position in the NFL, and there is talent everywhere you look in the secondary. Ball-hawking cornerback and hard-hitting John Lynch at strong safety. Monty Kiffin, the defensive coordinator, in the rain. Coaching the 3rd best defense in the league. The Bucks are right now. Testaverde overthrows the intended receiver. That's Dedrick Ward again.
And Testaverde gets hit, gets rushed on the throw that time by Warren Sapp. And the problem is you can't double team this. Look at the top of your screen. Warren Sapp just keeps working. Hard to double team him because he moves around so much, so active, so fast. And I'd say another good word is ferocious, wouldn't you, Greg? He likes hitting that quarterback.
I believe the popular phrase is his motor is always running.
There you go.
Carl Williams, number 86, for the punt from Tom Tupa. He'll get a return on this from the 19. Across the 30 to about the 31-yard line. Bradford Banta with the tackle, 54-yard punt and a 13-yard return. And Sean King, who took over as a starting quarterback late last season, counting the postseason, he is now 8-2 as the Bucs starting quarterback.
Well, this is how Tony Dungy envisioned his quarterback playing ever since he's been down here in Tampa. Don't make a lot of turnovers because he knows we're going to have a good defense. The offense, just don't take any chances. And when you watch this game today, there's Tony Dungy. As you watch this game today, Sean King, the thing about him is what's making him successful is just how calm he is in directing the football team.
Warwick Dunn won't get to turn the corner. Victor Green comes up and makes the stop. That'll be a loss of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 12. The Bucs offensive line is rugged. Pro Bowlers Randall McDaniel and Jeff Christie, 2 key free agent acquisitions from the Vikings.
Well, you have a power runner in Mike Allstott. Now Keyshawn Johnson outside along with Jaquez Green. Gives them a good tandem to throw to.
Line of scrimmage is the 30-yard line. Give it to Dunn again, and Dunn may have gotten a yard on the play. It'll be 3rd and 11. The Jet defense up front. Rick Lyle has not missed a start in his 3+ seasons with the Jets. He's teamed with Ferguson and Burton. The heart of the New York defense. Terrific linebackers in Lewis, Cox, Jones, and Roman Pfeiffer.
And you look at the defensive backs, the one that the Buccaneers are worried about, Aaron Glenn. He will take chances. He will make the big plays outside to turn the game around.
3rd and 11. Keyshawn Johnson to the bottom of your screen. And Marcus Coleman is up tight on him. King out of the shotgun. Whistle blows. This won't count.
Prior to the snap, ball start, offense, number 69. 5-yard penalty remains. 3rd down.
That's left tackle Pete Pearson.
Well, Greg, you look at this weather, and you know the NFL teams, we talk to the coaches and players every week. They put so much work into the strategy, the things we're going to do today. Then you come out here in the warm-ups, you go, uh-oh. Now what are we going to do, Coach? And this is going to affect the game drastically. I saw Les Steckel a few minutes before kickoff, and he just said, man, can you believe this? This is going to change everything we do now.
King going with 5 wide receivers. From the shotgun, throws long, and it is overthrown, incomplete. The intended receiver is Jaquez Green. So each offense is 3 and out, and on comes the punting unit led by Mark Royal.
Now, the one thing I noticed, Greg, watching them warm up, Sean King really struggled throwing the wet football. And Vinny Testaverde, yeah, he didn't throw it perfectly, but he's a little better throwing the wet football in the rain, so he has an advantage when it comes to just dropping back and letting it go.
Dedrick Ward deep to receive the Royals kick from the 24. 30, tripped up and falls forward to the 34-yard line. And let's check in for the first time today with Armin Catania. Armin.
Thanks, Greg. You can tell by this umbrella. As you talked about the weather, it has done nothing but intensify this rain since we came on the air. The field is soaked. The one thing Tony Dungy told me in the tunnel, he said, it is going to change a little bit about what I'm doing. We're just going to try to slug it out with these guys. Back to you.
Well, let's see. In preseason, it rained in Jacksonville for us, and it rained in Mexico City, and it rained in Green Bay once the season began.
So if you've got a drought, bring Arm in there. He'll take care of it. That's what happens.
Four wide receivers for Testaverde on first down. They give it to Martin, and Martin goes nowhere. John Lynch comes up to nail Martin for the 3-yard loss. We talked about the rain earlier this afternoon. Oh, this is nice compared to what it was. Look at John Paul and the rest of the Jets who are out here, and some of the fans who maybe need a shower every now and then. I asked you how you liked this stuff when you were playing, Phil. You said you hated it.
Well, of course. It's just hard to use your skills and be as good as you want when the elements are too hard to overcome.
2nd and 13. His receiver fell down. That's Dedrick Ward. It's 3 passes thrown in Ward's direction so far this afternoon. And Vinny yet to complete one.
A lot of slipping on the outside edges of the field. Of course, that's where the water's going to drain to. In the middle, as you look, Greg, look, the turf is not torn up yet. So the footing for the offensive lineman, the defensive lineman, and inside has been pretty good.
I made the comment to you, Phil, we may see, if you look on the sideline,
Dramatica
keeping his foot warm and dry. Martin, 35, 38-yard line. That'll still be well short of the first down. I mentioned to you, we may see a throwback to the Tampa Bay Bucks of last season where all they did was practically grind it out.
Well, Tony Dungy, I almost laughed when Tony Dungy said to Armin, we're going to slug it out. I go, oh, you don't know how to coach that kind of game plan, do you? But you can tell, when I look at this game right now, you've got to be patient, especially early, to see how your skill guys can perform in this weather.
We have not had a first down registered here yet. Tupa with his 2nd punt of the day. His drop was terrible, and the punt isn't that great either. Bouncing inside the 35-yard line and out of bounds at the 29. And let's check in for the first time today with Jim Nance in New York. Jim.
All right, and the thriller in Pittsburgh, Cordell Stewart came in for an injured Kent Graham, drove the Steelers down to the field goal range. This kick by Chris Brown, 50 yards to send it to overtime, short. And Tennessee wins it. Steelers are winless. Let's go back to Greg and Phil.
All right, Jim, thank you. And a happy Jeff Fisher. As we have a penalty on the play, Phil Luckett. Rain continues to fall. And as we said at the very beginning, there's the promise of more here today.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness on the receiving team. Number 51. 15 yards. First down.
That penalty is on Alsherman Singleton.
Well, these are big penalties. In a game like this, we just said be patient. Field position is going to be so important. So you get driven back 15 yards. Now it's hard to get a first down. You punt. The Jets hold them here. They're going to get the ball around midfield.
Boy, what a break for the New York Jets. Tom Tupa with a terrible drop off the snap.
Well, he panicked. He saw the rush coming, and he got rid of the football before he had to. Look at the block by Bernie Parmalee.
Looked like he kicked it on the point of the ball. And then Alsherman Singleton's penalty backs them up 15 yards more. King down the side. It is caught at midfield. Jacquez Green on the run down the sideline. Pulled down. Did he make the end zone? Just short. Aaron Glenn caught him from behind.
Watch this play. Here comes Green across the field. Or he's behind, I'm sorry. It looks like it's going to be an interception when Sean King lets the football go. Kevin Williams doesn't play the right angle.
Stepped out of bounds at the 11-yard line. First down.
Phil Luckett says he stepped out of bounds at the 11-yard line. It'll make it a 75-yard gain.
Well, that was a well-designed play by the Buccaneers. And when Sean King let that football go, I said, uh-oh, that's trouble.
There's Les Steckel. Tennessee, a 23-20 winner over the Pittsburgh Steelers. We welcome those of you who watched the game between the Titans and the Steelers. This game is scoreless, but moments ago, Sean King completed a 75-yard pass play to Jacquez Green, which has the Bucs set up first down at the Jets' 11-yard line.
They say he stepped out the 11-yard line. Let's watch as he comes down. Still nothing. Well, from that angle, I did not see him step out of bounds from that angle. If I was Tony Dungy, I would challenge.
Well, he has chosen not to. That was the first or the longest play for either Sean King or Jacquez Green. You see Tampa Bay's red zone offense, which has been potent. #1 in the NFL this young season. First down from the 11. King lost the handle, gave it to Allstott, and Allstott pulls across the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers like to call this area of the field the green zone, Greg, because they're making some money down there, but that's what you got to really be careful about as a quarterback today. Be very patient underneath the center. Don't be in a hurry to pull away to get back on your pass drops or to hand the football off because of that. The football will be wet.
2nd and 8 as a little bit of sunshine breaks through the cloud. King to the end zone. Incomplete. Overthrew Warwick Dunn. Dunn wants an interference call, which is not forthcoming. It'll be 3rd and 8.
No, nothing there. Good job by Sean King just throwing the football away. And as you watch this game, and if you Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans, that's what he's done all year. If the play is not open and he thinks there's any chance of it being a turnover, he has gotten rid of the football. And when you got a defense like the Buccaneers do, that's how you should play quarterback.
Number 64 is Randall McDaniel. And he is eligible. He caught a touchdown pass a week ago. Allstott, right side, to the 5, to the 4-yard line. Victor Green makes the stop. And let's see if Tony Dungy sends the field goal unit on. He will.
Well, I think that play there just illustrates the conditions again, Greg. Very conservative call by the Buccaneers. You know, you're not looking for field position to get closer for the kicker. It's already close enough.
Martin Gramatica, last year, team record 106 points, team record 27 field goals. This will be a 22-yarder. Good snap, good placement, good kick, and the Bucs lead. 7:28 to play. First quarter, Tampa Bay draws first blood. The Bucs lead by 3.
Pay too much for airfare, and there's nothing left for the vacation. Fly Southwest coast to coast for $99 or less one way. Available only at southwest.com. Purchased by September 28th and travel by January 7th.
You are now free to move about the country.
It is more than a trial by fire. It is a rite of passage. And if you can master your fear, outsmart your enemy, and never yield even to yourself, you will be changed forever. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Coach, you gave some players time off to check out the Staples Copy Center, and things got a little out of hand, didn't they?
I don't know. Like I said, I made the calls, and I take full responsibility for them. And like I said, it's kind of a risk-reward call.
Isn't this your tight end's laminated sock?
That's uncalled for, in my opinion.
And your linebacker's photocopied tongue? And didn't your kicker try binding his zipper?
There's no excuse for that.
You want to see more, Coach? I got more.
No.
How did Baku in the former Soviet Union get to be an American boomtown? It's the oil, stupid. Find oil, and you'll find American Oil Man. 60 Minutes, tonight.
Martin Grammatica's 22-yard field goal caps an 83-yard 5-play drive that has the Bucs on top. And Grammatica will now kick to number 87, Lavernius Coles, number 23, Kevin Williams. Williams bobbles and holds on in the end zone. That'll be a touchback. And when we come back from a timeout, the Jets will try it again. First down from their own 20. Vinny back home in Miami.
Today at IBM.com, we're talking about the ThinkPad A20. Huge 15-inch screen, Intel Pentium 3 processor, a video in-out port that makes multimedia easy. These things are selling so fast, I just had Leon order another 1,000.
Okay, wait, 1,000? Chris, didn't you say 1 million? Because that's what I ordered.
Buy 2, 3. Buy a whole bunch.
Welcome to figure drawing. Let's begin.
Do you have our supplies?
Oh, yeah.
With a great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down.
Get out!
Make it a Bud Light.
What happens when a tough guy from the streets gets a license to practice law?
I'm attorney Joe Solano. I fight hard for regular people. My client's working in a sweatshop. You're going to hear that I use questionable tactics.
His name was written beside every payphone in prison.
Now, you can't believe everything you hear, but you can believe a lot of it.
Tony Danza joins the cast of Family Law.
The cause is right. You don't care when you hurt.
I care. I just don't let it stop me.
An incredible new season of Family Law begins CBS Monday, October 2nd.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of the Super Bowl. Bud Light, for the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light. And by Saturn, now with 2 distinctively different car lines, the L Series and S Series.
Welcome back to Tampa. That is Tampa. I said Vinny Testaverde back home in Miami. Played his college ball at Miami, but makes his home here in Tampa, Florida. And the Jets will start first down from their own 20-yard line. Testaverde to throw again. Corbett to the 30. The 33-yard line, and that's the kind of pass play we expect the Jets to be successful throwing.
Well, that's what the Jets want to do. This Buck defense, it's about not giving up big plays. And look at the cushion. Wayne Corbett is given to the outside. A nice throw by Wayne Corbett, and something you very seldom see. I've watched all 3 of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers games. A defensive back or a defensive player missing a tackle.
Jets go with 5 wide receivers after their first down. Testaverde under pressure, overthrows the receiver on the far side, Curtis Martin. And as the Bucs like to do, they apply the pressure right up the middle.
Well, that's putting a little pressure on your offensive line if you're the New York Jets. Just get rid of the tight end and everybody and spread them out and tell the offensive lineman, okay, you're good. Block those front 4. Very hard to do. Monty Kiffin, the defensive coordinator. Here's what makes the Bucs defense different. Their up-front people is what makes it confusing to the other offense. The secondary doesn't do a lot. It's all the movement by the defensive linemen that hurt the opposing offenses.
5 wide receivers again on second down. Penalty markers fly. And it appears Jason Fabini moved before the snap.
Prior to the snap, ball start, offense, number 69. 5-yard penalty remains. Second down.
So it's 2nd and 15.
Now that'll make you nervous. Jason Fabini knows nobody back there. I got to do it all by myself. And what makes the Buccaneer defense just a little different too? Really, all 4 defensive linemen. Of course, Warren Sapp is the best defensive lineman in the National Football League, I think. But all 4 are quality pass rushers pass rusher, so nobody has an easy job.
Martin, a slow start, and then finds running room on the left side. Midfield, 45-yard line, and that'll be first down, New York.
Well, what you look for is a couple things on this play. Look at the penetration by the defensive line. Watch Warren Sapp, number 99. He's in the backfield. He just gets faked out by Curtis Martin. This is all Curtis Martin just making it happen. And then the secondary caught out of position. And Curtis Martin gets a big gain.
26 yards and a first down to the Tampa 45-yard line. Anderson in motion, the pitch for Martin. Martin turns the corner and out of bounds after about a 4-yard pickup. Donnie Abraham forced him out of bounds. We'll call it 2nd and 5.
Well, that was a nice move that time. It shows you hope your offensive lineman can make the blocks, but your running back has always got to help him out. That time it looked like Curtis Martin was going to go inside. Then he changed his mind at the last second, pulled the defense, that enabled him to get outside for 5 yards.
Everyone has their priorities at game time. For the Tampa Bay defense, they want to shut down the Jets' ground game.
Well, every team does. They always want to stop the running game, but it's extremely important when you play the Jets because they do it so well. And that's the only way you can get pressure on Vinny Testaverde, too, get in known situations.
Martin wrapped up back at the 45 by Derek Brooks.
Well, you're going to see enough of this today where the defensive linemen and the linebackers get in the backfield for the New York Jets, and Derek Brooks kind of quiet. And you hear this talk all the time. Hey, the linebackers are fast, the defense is fast. Well, this guy is the fastest, maybe, in the National Football League at the linebacker position.
Derek Brooks telling us he just finished his master's degree at Florida State during the offseason in business communication. Mastered that play. 39. Testaverde rolling, throws, has his man, and that's complete to Lavernius Coles. Coles inside the 30 after an 18-yard pickup. That's a first down.
Well, the Buccaneers have been blitzing people this year, and nobody's picking it up. Watch, 2 blitzes from the weak side. John Lynch, they're coming in with Rondé Barber. The Jets are expecting it. They move the pocket. They get Vinny Testaverde outside. And now you've got a corner, Donnie Abraham, is going, hey, we just blitzed. That throw should happen much quicker. He's got to cover the receiver for a longer period of time, and then enables the receiver to get open down the field.
Lavernius Coles with his first catch in the NFL. First down at the 27-yard line. Martin hit in the backfield by Chidi Ahanatu. A loss or a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Now see, this play would have worked against about every team in the league. Watch Chidi Ahanatu from the outside. He's unblocked. That's not a mistake by the Jets. They just say, look, Curtis Martin, he can get through that line before he gets there. Nope, wrong. See, you can watch that film all you want sometimes, but until you come out on the field and you see the physical speed and presence of the other team, you can get fooled, and the Jets were fooled that time.
On 2nd and 9, Testaverde throws down the sideline, and that's incomplete. Intended for Curtis Martin. That's about 3 passes now that Testaverde has thrown well beyond where he thought his receiver would be.
Well, they're covered, so he's just throwing it away. That's a smart thing. And what did Testaverde tell us yesterday, Greg? Of course, you know, he's playing better, all that, but he says the one thing he's got to avoid today, sacks. Keep field position in the Jets' favor and don't get the 3rd and 15s and long yardage situations. Throw the football away when they're not open.
This defensive line of the Bucs loves to administer the sack. Curtis Martin inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line, right into the arms of Warren Sapp. It's a 3-yard game, and onto the field comes the field goal unit. John Hall has not been what the Jets have expected from recent years. He had a 33-yard miss against Buffalo last week. He's only 2 out of 5 from 30-plus yards this year. This is a 41-yard attempt. Tupa will hold. And it is good. John Hall back on the money. That's good news for the Jets, who pull into a 3-3 tie.
What if it were true? What if a car company really did start from scratch? Really did change the way cars were made? The way cars were sold? What if they really did treat you differently? What if it were all true?
To all the new e-businesses just getting started, why not talk to the company that's pioneered the business-to-business revolution on the web? One whose experience in e-commerce has become a model for doing business on the internet. One who can help you achieve the same success with your e as we have with ours. Dell knows how e works. Visit Dell.com.
Dell Business Servers use Intel Pentium 3 Xeon processors.
We're not the same company we were 10 years ago. In some ways we're older, other ways newer. Today we make 2 different car lines. We have more people, more resources. But there are things that haven't changed. Those are what make us different. Those are what make us Saturn.
This fall, Dave hits the field with Denzel Washington, Kevin Spacey, Ray Romano, LL Cool J, Jada Pinkett Smith, Green Day, and Farrah Fawcett. Monday kicks off with Sylvester Stallone.
You're watching CBS Sports, home of the Masters.
We invite you to log on to NFL.com and track your favorite players with up-to-the-minute stats. It's all at NFL.com. John Hall, who has reached the end zone with just 5 of his 12 kickoffs this season, reaches it on this one. Aaron Stecker from a yard deep to the 20, and caught from behind and brought down at the 20-yard line by Lavernius Coles. A timeout with 1:59 to play in the first quarter.
Our company needed managed internet solutions. PSINet delivered.
We needed managed web hosting. PSINet fit the bill.
I wanted multi-currency e-commerce. PSINet was there in over 160 currencies.
We needed transaction solutions. PSINet executed to specifications on time.
Simply put, I needed everything, and PSINet gave it to me.
Your business internet opportunity is knocking. Open the door. Call or contact us today.
That's him! Number 84! The duty of a true race fan is to help his driver. He can't eat out there. Basically, I eat for him. Oh, yeah! Lap 73, my driver wants ribs. Lap 110, something lighter. Lap 162, time for Rolaids. Extra strength.
New extra strength Rolaids with even more acid neutralizing power to wipe out heartburn fast.
This is for us, man.
New extra strength Rolaids. R-O-L-A-I-D-S. Spells relief.
We didn't have to offer side impact airbags on all our new cars. We didn't have to make those airbags the kind that are designed to help protect your head, just like the ones that come in Mercedes and Volvo. We didn't have to. That said, we did.
South to south fifth. Check. Check.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Rolaids. Rolaids, R-O-L-A-I-D-S, spells relief. And by PSINet, the Internet Super Carrier.
Welcome back to Raymond James Stadium. Just a tad under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. The Bucs and the Jets at a 3-all tie. And first down, and 10 yards to go from their own 20-yard line. The Tampa Bay Bucs, as you look at Keyshawn Johnson's numbers, he has not had a ball thrown at him so far yet today. Ball stop. Wrapped up by Jason Ferguson, Marvin Jones, and a host of other Jets. A pickup of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9 as we look at the man who grabbed all the headlines all week long.
Well, I knew there'd be a lot of talk this week by Keyshawn Johnson, but even I was surprised how much. It just like never ended. All the press conferences, all the things he kept saying. And the more I listened, the more I got confused because the message was always different every time he delivered it. So I think he'll even be glad when this week is over.
Dunn finds a hole, turns the corner, and gets knocked out of bounds across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. 11-yard pickup. It'll be a first down for Tampa Bay.
Well, something Tampa Bay has not been able to do much this year is get more done to the outside. It's just good blocking up front. Randall McDaniel gets his guy. Hegeman's in there. Nice block on the edge. Patrick Hayes, the second tight end, does a good job. And anytime you want to run the football and you have success at it, that means your wide receivers. Look at Jacquez Green, number 81, on the outside, giving Moore Dunn an extra 5 or 6 yards.
From the 32, all stop. Brought to a stop at about the 35-yard line. And Tony Dungy found himself having to reprimand Keyshawn Johnson for the obscene gesture at a camera crew out at the practice session.
Well, I think, you know, Greg, this is the whole thing. You know, I don't know what your take was on this whole business, why he was talking out so much. Even some of the Buck players, when they said it, I said, that makes sense. It's about his pride. They think his pride has been hurt because of who he is, the number 1 pick, being traded away, and then you just don't like that happening to you.
Pass on the far side, incomplete, intended for Keyshawn. Marcus Coleman was there with him.
And you know the other thing, too, some of the comments he made, they did bother me because I know a lot of these players in the league, and the one comment he said about him and Wayne Corbett, where this all started, the feud between the two, he says, comparing me to Wayne Corbett is like comparing a flashlight, which is Wayne Corbett, to me being a star. Now, I'll give you credit. Keyshawn Johnson is an impact player, I think, in the National Football League. But this Wayne Corbett, he's an awfully good player, too. He's a big part of the Jets' offense, so the difference is, of course, not near that great.
3rd and 7, pass outside, complete at midfield and out of bounds to Riddell Anthony, number 85, and that's enough for a first down. 17 yards on the play.
Well, sometimes in the National Football League, quarterbacks try to throw it behind the wide receiver on purpose. This is not one of those times. Look at the ball. It slips out of Sean King's hands just a little bit. Riddell Anthony does a good job coming back, making the catch, and getting the first down.
And that's the play that brings the first quarter to an end. It's been dead even. The Buccaneers 3 and the New York Jets 3. We're coming back to Raymond James Stadium for the start of the second quarter. Right after this, you're watching the NFL on CBS.
This new car was going to be different from anything Saturn ever built. It was going to be bigger, more powerful, more luxurious, more everything. And while creating an entirely separate plant may not have been absolutely necessary, it was the right thing to do. Welcome to the factory, the Saturn L Series build.
He's Denver's 4th all-time leading rusher. On any given day, this back could pile up yardage, elude tacklers, and score at will. Yeah, this Denver back played his position like no one else. Did I mention he's a quarterback?
Expect more from an original. Original Coors. Brewed a mile high.
Coors in a yellow can. Now that's original.
It's the most popular show on cable television. Raw is War. And now, this weekly primetime hit is moving to TNN. Raw is War. Ground Zero for the War Zone is now on TNN. Raw is War. Raw is War. Same night, same time, same attitude. New home, TNN. Raw is War on TNN. Check your local cable listings for channel. TNN. We've got pop.
Michael Vick drives Virginia Tech into battle against Boston College. Or Florida and Big Bad Alex Brown confront Mississippi State. Next Saturday on CBS.
Welcome back to Tampa. All week long, we've been anticipating this game. And as you said, Phil, we expected some things about Keyshawn Johnson. I think we were kind of surprised at how much there was and how very much against it these Tampa Bay Bucks were. But Warren Sapp, in no uncertain terms, made it clear he was a little sick of the whole thing.
Well, he was. And, you know, I think he said it right, too. He says, you got to remember, down here, Keyshawn Johnson is just a compliment to our team. He is not the team because this Buccaneers team has a lot of talent at other positions.
Sean King throws it down the sideline. It is incomplete, out of bounds. Sean Ellis putting the pressure on King, and we'll take timeout and return to New York and Jim Nance. Jim.
All right, guys, Seattle, San Diego. Ryan Leaf, by the way, 5 for 5 in the game so far, but Seattle's in the end zone. Darrell Jackson, the rookie, scores. It was offsides against the Chargers. Touchdown stands, and the Seahawks lead in San Diego. Let's go back to Craig and Phil.
All right, Jim, thank you. 3-3 tie between the Buccaneers and the Jets. Sean King just 2 out of 6 for those 2 completions, good for 93 yards. And he'll throw this time. Over the middle, wide open and incomplete. Dave Moore had the field to himself. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Well, that is a good design. Tampa Bay coming out and doing some nice play-action passes and getting people open down the field. Look at this. Dwayne Gordon completely fooled. Oh, it's not a run. You always think it's a run when you play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But Sean King, the wet football is going to make you throw it high. There's Les Steckel, the offensive coordinator. But I noticed watching their games this year, if you want to say something he doesn't do well, when the football gets away from him, it always goes up high, gives the defense a chance for interception.
3rd and 10 now from the shotgun. King throws to no one, incomplete. And we have a penalty marker on the far side of the field. Well, a couple of the Bucks seem to think this is going to go against the Jets.
Well, where it's thrown usually means defensive holding or pass interference.
It's a holding call against the Jets.
And what's going to upset the Jets, it had nothing to do with the play. Sean King looking right the whole time. And the hold took place way out to the left.
Holding, defense, number 51. A 5-yard penalty with an automatic first down.
Penalty is on Brian Cox. So faced with a 3rd and 10, the Bucks get the hold, and Al Groh is not at all happy.
Well, I was watching Brian Cox on the play. I did not see him. I saw him get blocked. I didn't see him out covering the receiver to do the holding. So I think they got mixed up on who did the holding.
First down from the 42-yard line of the Jets. King gives to Dunn. Dunn with room to run inside the 35. And that'll be another first down for the Bucks. 12 yards on the play.
Now, you know, some of these play-action passes the Bucks have run caught the Jets a little by surprise. So now, the linebackers, what happens? You have to hesitate just a second longer before you react to the running play because you're afraid of the play-action pass. That's enough time for Warrick Dunn to get up in there and get a first down.
4 for 22 for Warrick Dunn so far today. First down now from the 30. Dunn again. Finds room inside the 25, and he's close to another first down. 9 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 1. As for Keyshawn, how active has he been today?
Well, he's a decoy on this play. Marcus Coleman pushes him out. Something he usually does very well. Very good run blocker. And that sums up his day. Nothing has happened so far for number 19.
Allstott, first down yardage and more to about the 13-yard line before Victor Green can corral him. Mike Allstott, 6'1", 248 pounds, has been to the last 3 Pro Bowls. That noise is the pirate ship.
Every time the Bucs go inside the 20, the cannon goes off, and it's annoying. But that's what they do. It lets the fans know we're getting close to pay dirt.
The next thing Armin will say to us is, what? The Bucs, big-time yard gainers on first down. Allstott to the 5, to the 3. Marvin Jones and Victor Green with the tackle. And that may be enough for another first down. Let's see.
Well, the Jets, they bring up people trying to stop the run. Watch the safety come up from the left side, and watch the nice cut. Oh, there goes Mike Allstott. Even though he's big and he runs over people, what makes him such an effective runner in the NFL is those feet, able to stop, change direction, and still have speed going forward to pick up those yards. What did Aaron Glenn say? I said, what are you going to do if Allstott comes at you? And what do you get? He goes, man, I'm going to hit him low and just hold on and hope I get some help from some teammates. You know, there's not much to hit when you look at Mike Allstott. He's so big through the shoulders, so big in the legs, you just can't protect yourself as a defender trying to go up there and hit him.
First and goal from the 3. The Bucs with 39 rushing yards on this drive. King gonna throw to the end zone. It is caught for the touchdown. Dave Moore. First touchdown of the season for Moore.
This is just a good play, a good throw by Sean King. The Jets are not fooled at all. Watch the catch by Dave Moore. Marvin Jones is all over him. Sean King throws at the only spot where there can be a completion back in the end zone, and the big tight end makes the catch.
King's 5th touchdown pass of the season. The extra point is good. 11:53 to play in the first half, and the youngster from Tulane continues to work a little magic at quarterback for Tampa Bay.
Coming up next, the Dr. Pepper halftime show.
You made the world taste better, yeah. You make the world taste better. You make the world taste better. You make the world taste better.
The biggest news in motor oil since motor oil.
Let me show you something that really surprised me. Look what happened to the other leading motor oils after a 128-hour test designed to simulate severe driving conditions. But this is newly formulated Pennzoil with Pure Base after the same test. I'm no mechanic, but I know which one I'd rather put in my car. These? I don't even know what I'd do with these.
For protection so strong you can see the difference, get newly formulated Pennzoil with Pure Base.
On October 2nd, the switch will be thrown, and the comedy broadcasting system will hit the air. First, see why Kevin James is still the king on the season premiere of The King of Queens. We'll help. And the series premiere of Guest Here.
See that? Immediate submission. That's how Mommy got Daddy to marry her.
Then Ray and the family go to Italy.
This wasn't in the brochure.
On a special one-hour season premiere of Everybody Loves Raymond.
Don't fight here. It's the Coliseum.
The comedy broadcasting system hits the air CBS Monday, October 2nd.
I didn't kill my wife.
Hope is what keeps him searching.
The man who killed my wife is in Miami.
Fear is what keeps him running.
His right arm was prosthetic. I had him.
Courage is what keeps him alive.
We got ourselves a manhunt.
Tim Daly, Michael T. Williamson.
I will not stop ever.
Neither will I.
The Fugitive premieres CBS October 6th.
The NASDAQ.com halftime report. Jim, Mike, Craig, and Jerry getting you caught up on scores and highlights. That's coming up on the NASDAQ.com halftime report.
Well, Greg, we were talking during the break. If you just saw that last drive, and if you followed the Buccaneers last year, you can see this offense doesn't resemble what it did last year. It's got variety. It's got formations. It's got a different coordinator who's making a tremendous difference. The quarterback, new lineman, Keyshawn Johnson, and it's really proven out well so far the first three games in this quarter.
Bucks led 3-0. Jets came back to tie. Bucks lead it now 10-3 as Dramatica kicks it away. Foles and Williams, and this is Kevin Williams, 4 yards deep in the end zone. Trying to get outside, and he does to the 30, 35, bumps out of bounds at about the 40 by the kicker, Dramatica. 45-yard return, just what the Jets need. Meanwhile, Sean King to Dave Moore has given the Bucks a one-touchdown lead.
One day, everyone in the world, no matter where they live in the world, will be able to invest in any company in the world. Trading will transcend international borders, transpiring with an ease and speed and economy that can only be imagined today. Where is the technology that will take us there? Technology that will open the wonders of the internet to all, connecting every investor in the world to every wired country in the world. There is a place where this technology is now taking shape, already laying the groundwork for a vast new world of investing. NASDAQ, stock market for a digital world.
Great place. I like your neighborhood.
Thanks.
Oh,
Sorry.
Time to buy a Galant. 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments till spring 2001 at Mitsubishi's Car Envy event. Good on any 2000 Mitsubishi.
Friday, October 6th, get ready for brand new faces. Welcome aboard. Brand new cases and brand new chases. Catch the season premiere of Nash Bridges, CBS, Friday, October 6th.
Warren Sapp, the man who makes the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense go, and does he ever. He said, you know, all the turmoil going on this week, he said, you know, you take Keyshawn out, it's just another game to this ball club.
Well, he had to do something different this year, or he's doing something different he didn't have to do last year, because last year the offense was 3 and out. He says now our offense is keeping the ball just like that last drive, 12 plays. I got to do some stretching to keep loose to get ready to go back out there.
Testaverde to throw. Out here, complete to Curtis Martin, and Martin's down at the 43-yard line. Tackle made by Jamie Duncan, the middle linebacker, who came in to take the place of Hardy Nickerson, the longtime Bucs middle linebacker.
I think that's what you notice so much when you watch the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Testaverde back, he drops it off. Oh, let's get about 8 or 10. No, you won't. You're going down quick and hard by this defense. They run to the football very well, and I don't mean their speed. I mean their intent, their hustle by the whole unit. That's the reason why they have great success as a team on defense.
On 2nd and 8, Martin on the ground. Across the 45 to the 46-yard line. John Lynch, Anthony McFarland with the stop. It'll be 3rd and 5.
We were talking to Monty Kiffin, the defensive coordinator, and, you know, I know they got good players, but it's always more than the players. You got to give them a scheme or a chance to excel. And the thing he really talks about, like we've seen and I've said, it's just hustling. You know, they grade those films, and the players put pressure on each other, never to loaf, never to slow down while you're chasing the ball carrier. And when you do that, you make a lot of good plays.
3rd and 5. Testaverde looking, and throws as he gets brought down. Got rid of it before he went down for the sack. Anthony McFarland was all over him.
You know, when you watch Anthony McFarland, you almost see Warren Sapp, what he was about 4 or 5 years ago. Number 92, that is, there's a good example of this Bucs defense. a defensive lineman just never gives up, doesn't give the quarterback the second chance to look down the field. Result, throw it away instead of a completion.
Carl Williams at his own 10-yard line for the punt from Tampa. Much better kick by Tampa this time. Williams going to let it bounce inside the 5. Did they get there? Was it saved? It's a touchback. Laverne is cold with a valiant attempt to save it from going into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20.
I will capitalize on the potential of tomorrow's promising companies.
Many promising companies are showing signs of future success today. Growing earnings and revenue are two things to look for. If you're willing to assume more risk, you may see higher returns.
The Fidelity Growth Company Fund looks for companies that have above-average growth potential. See what Fidelity Money Management Excellence can do for you. Get the Fact Kit today. Call 1-800-FIDELITY or visit fidelity.com.
Avaya, communication without boundaries.
You make the world taste better, yeah. You make the world taste better. You make the world taste
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Dr. Pepper and your local Dr. Pepper bottler. Dr. Pepper makes the world taste better. Fidelity Investments. And by Mitsubishi Motors, the 2001 Galant. Wake up and drive.
That's what the Bucs have done on their first 3 possessions. Look at the 83-yard drive and followed by the 80-yard drive for the touchdown. They lead at 10-3. Report from the Jet bench. Jason Ferguson is out with a sprained ankle. His return is probable. But for now, Ernie Logan has replaced him at nose tackle.
Well, the Jets have done what they've wanted, make the Bucs go a long way. The defense hasn't stopped them.
And we get a whistle before the snap. And there's a red flag out on the field from the Jet sideline.
Al Groh threw the red flag out. I guess the buzzer's not working, so you got to get a guy that has that red flag. He might want to challenge field position. To see if the punt did go into the end zone.
Challenging the ruling of the field. If the punt result was a touchback.
So we'll have a little delay while we look at a little replay. You know, this would be the 3rd straight possession that the Bucs have started at their own 20-yard line or worse. But they've scored on the last 2. Here's the play.
Lavernius Coles. Caught me by surprise there. It was so quick. Let's look at it again. I think the thing when you watch Lavernius Coles come down, watch his right foot. It's on the ground. It looks like he might have gone and jumped off his left foot, but that right foot definitely is in the end zone. The New York Jets are going to lose a timeout. Watch his right foot. See, it looks like now you think he's going to jump to try to save it. Right foot on the ground.
I wonder he got such penetration into the end zone. And Phil Luckett probably isn't going to have to need more than a look or two at this one before making a decision. But perhaps I speak too soon.
No, you didn't. Greg, this was so easy. I think you got it right.
Here's the problem that Al Groh has. Laverne Coles probably said, I had it, Coach.
Oh, no. Coach is smarter than that. They're not going to rely on the player.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. The player stepped in the end zone, then touched the ball to bat it out. Therefore, by rule, it is a touchback. New York Jets are charged at timeout. Timeout Jets.
So the Jets now have 2 timeouts remaining here in the first half.
No, somebody upstairs told him to review the play. That's why, because that was quite a bit of a break between when that play happened and before Tampa Bay broke the huddle. Al Groh couldn't get the buzzer to work for it to go off, so then he had to find the red flag.
So we'll start it again. First down from the 20-yard line. This is not the quickest moving game that we've encountered all season. The sun is out. King to throw. All stop. First down and more. 35, 40, 41-yard line. 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, you can see and you can tell by how wide open these receivers are that the New York Jets are just bearing down and thinking about stopping the run plays. When Sean King makes the play fake, Mike Allstott comes across the formation, gets hit by a linebacker, Brian Cox, and still gets wide open on the other side.
Allstott out now, 2 tight ends for the Bucs. First down from their own 41-yard line. Dunn, and Dunn wrapped up in the backfield by James Ferrier. Loss of 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Well, I know talking to Sean King on Friday, I was talking about the New York Jets defense, and he said it's pretty hard to throw against when they keep their safeties back, but he says if we start throwing some underneath passes and run the football well, they're going to sneak up and try to stop the run and do things near the line of scrimmage. He says, then I like our chances really well. I like our wide receivers matched up against their corners on the outside. We can make some plays, which they already have today.
Keyshawn Johnson in the slot to the lower side of the field. The handoff to Dunn. Dunn makes his way to about the 44-yard line. Ernie Logan, Shane Burton converge after a 6-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 7.
That looked like Peyton Manning on that one. I kept looking at Sean King thinking he had the football, and that's the way to carry out your fake. But Ward done. Another good job. Look at the play fake by Sean King. Some of the defenders stop again, and Ward done what he does. Make some yards out of nothing. Dodge the defenders. Pick up some valuable yards. Now you got 3rd and 5 on 3rd down.
King fakes the short pass and now gives it to Dunn all alone. First down and more. 40, 35, 30 and out of bounds. Aaron Glenn, Victor Green put the stops on him after a 24-yard pickup, and there's a penalty marker down. And this one will come back.
Yeah, one of the linemen went downfield. This was supposed to be a screen to the tight end. Over the middle, you saw Sean King fake to the right toward Dunn. He was waiting.
Ineligible downfield on the pass, number 71. Penalty is 5 yards. Repeat, 3rd down.
Jerry Wunsch, the right tackle.
Let's just take a look at the play. Let me show you why there's an illegal lineman down the field. The tight end's going to sneak down the middle. Watch Ward Dunn go this way. Sean King is going to fake the throw out here. Nobody goes with him. They pick the tight end up going down the field, and he says, well, let me throw it back to Ward Dunn. But when he does that, it took so long, the linemen are thinking, hey, 1,001, 1,002, go down there and make a block. But it took a little longer than that.
Jerry Wunsch was further downfield than Warwick Dunn was. 3rd and 12.
He's got good speed.
Yeah. Oh, hit hard in the backfield is Aaron Stecker by Brian Cox. and a loss of 3 on the play.
Well, Brian Cox, look at him on the outside. He's going to fake outside, and he just rips it up in there. Loves to use his hands, get in the air, try to fake out the offensive lineman. That time it works and results in a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Now, Brian Cox, been in the league 10 years, still has enough energy to make a few big plays a game.
Dedrick Ward from the 18-yard line. 35, penalty markers back upfield as he gets to midfield and is brought down by the kicker, Mark Royal. 43-yard punt, 33-yard return, but Warren Sapp is waving everybody back down to his end of the field.
Illegal block in the back, receiving team. The penalty is half the distance to the goal. First down.
Well, Al Groh would like to know who it is. He'd have to wait till the film session, or maybe halftime.
Great place. I like your neighborhood.
Thanks.
Oh,
Sorry.
Time to buy a Galant. 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments till spring 2001 at Mitsubishi's Car Envy event. Good on any 2000 Mitsubishi.
It's not just a new sign. It's a new Midas. Expanded services, new genuine Midas parts, a lifetime guarantee. We're more than mufflers. We're a new way to keep a good thing going. Go Midas.
Enterprise? Hi, my car's out of commission, so I'm out of commission.
Enterprise will arrange to pick you up,
This is great.
drive you to our place, and get you on your way. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Only 5 days remain until one of these 4 wins the $500,000. Now, the mind games really begin.
Woman, make us food.
An all-new Big Brother, CBS Monday.
America's new top cop is on a mission to stop crime and corruption.
Let's go to Washington!
He's handpicking DC's best. You're a good cop.
That's me, sir.
After you and I get done, this place isn't going to know what hit it. Now, nothing will stand in his way. What time is it? Showtime. The District, CBS Saturday, October 7th.
You're watching CBS Sports, showcasing SEC and Big East college football.
Watch Tony Scott, number 27 for the Jets on the outside. And you could see the push. It wasn't big. When they throw those arms up, it usually means they're guilty.
So the Jets start from their own 9-yard line. Testaverde to throw. Outside, complete to Anthony Beck, the rookie tight end. Out to about the 14-yard line, and let's check in with Armin Katane. Armin.
Thanks, Greg. You know, you talk about Sean King and some of these long drives they've done. There's this other flip side. Herman Edwards, the defensive coach, said his team plays this best flat-out defensive football between 50 and 55 snaps a game. Between 60 and 70 snaps, it gets worse. They start to wear out. So this offensive grinding out by the Bucs has really helped this defense, as we've seen. Back to you.
Thanks, Armin. 5 wide receivers for the Jets, 2nd and 7. Near side, incomplete. Curtis Martin, the intended receiver. That came close to being picked. Brian Kelly was closing on the ball, and it was thrown high.
That's a long way to throw a football when you're going against the defensive back against the running back. Brian Kelly, he's sitting out there. Trust me, he is not afraid of Curtis Martin coming down there and shaking loose. So he's going to play aggressive, read the quarterback, and if Testaverde doesn't throw it high, it's going to be a touchdown the other way.
Brian Kelly, a teammate of Keyshawn Johnson in the Rose Bowl back in 1996. Testaverde going to throw down the sideline. It is caught. Across the 40 to about the 43-yard line, Dedrick Ward, and that'll be a first down for the Jets. 29 yards.
Well, when you're pressing these wide receivers in the National Football League now, if you cover them too well, what happens is, watch this. Donnie Abraham is all over Dedrick Ward. Underthrow by Testaverde. The wide receiver almost always, I think, has an advantage. He sees it, reacts before the defensive back does, and that's why you see a lot of catches like this in the league nowadays.
Dedrick Ward, his first catch of the day. The Jets with a first down at their own 43. 5 wide receivers for Testaverde to work with. Throws to the near side. It is caught and out of bounds inside the 45. Lavernius Coles. And that's a 17-yard pickup. Now, what I'd like to know, Phil, when we talk to the Jets, we expected one kind of a passing game. We come out here today and we see one entirely different.
Greg, all I can tell you is they lied to us. But that time, you look out there, it's a nice move by Coles, but Brian Kelly is all over it again. It's a perfect throw and catch by the Jets. Otherwise, Testaverde puts him down again. Brian Kelly playing tough, trying to go for the interception.
Curtis Martin, room to run up the middle to the 35-yard line. Pick up a 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Now, you know the one thing, Armin made a good point down on the field. The Jets throwing the football so much, keep dropping back, defensive linemen trying to get to him because they love it. They're getting blocked one-on-one up front. You make a first down or two, they're going to get tired. Now you just saw that last running play. Defensive linemen, they don't react as quick. And now when Testaverde drops back, he should get a little extra time because of the number of snaps they've had in this drive so far.
Martin, more room to run inside the 30, close to the 25-yard line, and that'll be a New York first down. John Lynch and Alsherman Singleton with the stop.
Well, you go all week, you show team scouts you, they say when they do this, this is going to be a toss to the right. The Jets always do it. But this time, Richie Anderson, instead of leading the sweep outside, comes across. It's a counterplay inside. It fools the Buck defense. Derek Brooks finally comes up and makes the tackle.
This drive began at the 10-yard line for the Jets. On first down, Testaverde throws. It is complete. Richie Anderson. Anderson bumped out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So we've seen long drives now on both sides of the field.
Well, I'll tell you what we're also seeing. We're seeing Vinny Testaverde being comfortable and really playing smart. Look at the touch. Over the top of a defensive lineman, Marcus Jones.
Testaverde now 7 of 14 for 92 yards. And he looks at a 2nd and 1. That's complete to Anderson for the first down at about the 12-yard line. Donnie Abraham there. The 6-yard pickup gives the Jets a first down.
You know, we came into this game today, Greg, and you know, we looked and we talked so much about the Buck defense, and it's real. We didn't overstate the case. They're very good, but we knew coming into today's game that they had never seen an offense like the New York Jets. Formations and the skill of the players, the quarterback, the running back, and the wide receivers. And we see the Jets got some new wrinkles for them, and they're having a tough time adjusting to some of them.
We come up on the 2-minute warning. 10-3 Bucks. The Jets are threatening. We'll take a timeout and come right back to Tampa after this.
What do I want the internet to be? I want it to be like Frank here. He really knows customers. Package Frank. Put him together with the internet. Now you've got something. You know, I just want doing e-business with us to be more human.
Today, Nortel Networks is combining the power of the new high-performance internet with the tools your business needs to deliver stronger, more Frank-like e-business solutions.
Come together right now over me.
Announcing a breakthrough in pizza technology. A pizza inside a pizza. To demonstrate how much we can pack inside Pizza Hut's new Insider, we're going to take these 4 giant sumos and pack them inside this photo booth. How cozy. How it's all in.
Well, we took one thin crust with 6 cheeses, sealed it with another crust, and even more cheese. And that's the amazing new Insider Pizza, all for just $9.99.
Say cheese.
The Insider Pizza from Pizza Hut, another one of the best pizzas under one roof.
Uniroyal tires with nail guard seal most tread punctures. Instantly. Permanently. And repeatedly. Nail guard tires. Only from Uniroyal.
CBS presents the Oscar-winning crime saga that will keep you riveted.
Freeze! Police! How about some payback, big time?
Don't ever try to bribe me.
I'm not afraid of you.
The network television premiere of L.A. Confidential. CBS tonight.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Nortel Networks. We're building the new high-performance internet. And by the Insider Pizza, new from Pizza Hut. Another one of the best pizzas under one roof.
As you look at the Phil Simms yacht out on Tampa Bay, we'll remind you coming up on the NASDAQ.com halftime report, Jim Nance, Mike Ditka, Craig James, Jerry Glanville with scores and highlights on the NASDAQ.com halftime report.
Now, you know I'm not a boat person. One thing comes when you own a boat. It means a lot of sun. And I just, you know, the sun and me just don't mix well.
We actually had a little pirate in us yesterday, though.
Yeah, we were on a pirate ship for a few minutes.
First down from the 12-yard line.
You fit right in.
Double tight end for the Jets. Got Testaverde to throw. All alone on the far side. Complete to Baxter. And Baxter is out of bounds. And the catch is not a legal one. It's incomplete. Baxter was all alone.
Boy, this play really confused the Buccaneers defense. Watch what happened. His feet come, his right foot, and, you know, I'm looking at the play. Why did Testaverde throw it so soft? If he just sees it, throws it, it's a walk-in touchdown. The Buccaneers did not have an answer to the formation. They were full completely.
2nd and 10. Corbett in the slot. Testaverde throws for Corbett, incomplete in the end zone. Donnie Abraham was with him, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Well, good judgment by Vinny Testaverde this time. Wayne Corbett in the slot. Going to be covered by Brian Kelly, number 25. And he throws it in the only spot, Donnie Abraham, the only spot where Wayne Corbett can catch it.
Third and 10.
Testaverde is really good pass protection now.
Jets have 2 out of 6 on 3rd down. Testaverde with time and under pressure now throws to Curtis Martin inside the 10-yard line. He'll be well short of a 1st down, and on will come the field goal unit. Looked like Chidi Ahanatu applying the pressure that time. And we're going to have a timeout called by the Tampa Bay Bucks with 1:21 to play here in the first half.
Well, that's a good job. You know, just get ready to say something, Greg. You still got 2 timeouts. You got 1:21. Give your offense one more chance to see if they can get some points. Too many times you watch these games, coaches just let the clock run. They got all their timeouts. They just let the last couple of minutes of the half go away, and they cheat their team out of one more possession.
You know, we've been talking so much about this Tampa Bay defense, and we talked with Monty Kiffin, and you mentioned they take a look at everything, including they do not tolerate loafing.
Yeah.
And Monty Kiffin has a list of what a loaf is. It's change of speed, not turning and going to the ball, getting passed up by another lineman, laying on the ground, and turning down a hit. Any of that can be considered a loaf in the film session on Monday morning.
And what's great, he says that it's such a big deal with the players that they're so worried about getting called out in front of the team with a loaf that it's really a tremendous motivational factor for all of them. And, Greg, you do whatever it takes.
27-yard attempt by Hall. kick is good. Hall is 2 out of 2. And the Jets close to 10-6 with 1:15 to play in the first half.
Every morning on his way to work, the neighborhood kids would beg him to play a little stickball. And so he would, but just a little. You see, he had to get to work by noon. His job was center fielder, and his name was Willie Mays.
When you're an original, you do it your own way. Original Coors.
Original Coors? It's this fielder's choice.
In this country, people have certain inalienable rights. The right to customize technology at a fair price. The right to learn how to do amazing things with it. The right to a computer that's up to date. To technical support anywhere, anytime. To try out everything and buy nothing. So may it ever be. In Gateway Country, people rule. Call 1-800-GATEWAY.
Need sports equipment? Go to MVP.com. All the best gear, all the best brands, and insight to help you play your best. And right now, get free shipping when you buy any NFL or college football gear. MVP.com. Gear up for sport.
Did you know a toenail clipping can help catch a killer?
When Harry met Sally.
Follow the evidence on CSI. Premiere CBS October 6th.
The Jets go 81 yards in 12 plays. Boy, between these two teams, we've seen an 80, an 81, and an 83-yard drive here this afternoon. That's Aaron Stecker, deep to receive John Hall's kick. Hall reached the end zone on his only other kickoff, and this one will make the end zone as well. Stecker will not run this one out. And the Bucs will start from their own 20-yard line again. And we'll remind you this fall on CBS, the most wanted man in America is innocent. Tim Daly and Michael T. Williamson star in The Fugitive. The chase is on, and the most talked about new drama of the season, premiering Friday, October the 6th on CBS. That's the music, too. Sean King has 1:15 and 2 timeouts to work with. And for the third straight time, the Bucs start at their own 20-yard line. Keyshawn Johnson, no receptions as yet. That's Keyshawn in motion, and the pitch to Johnson. And that gains about a yard.
There's
Brian Cox is there for the stop. That's right, that's a reception.
I noticed watching them practice on Friday, they have quite a few nice little wrinkles in for Keyshawn. This is one of them, but Brian Cox, he has seen that play about 100 times in his career. He doesn't overreact to the quarterback, makes the tackle.
King throws on the slant, it's intercepted. Victor Green. Bounced off of Jaquez Green's hands into the hands of Victor Green, his second pick of the year. It's a 17-yard return.
Well, we talked about it, and we've seen it quite a few times today. I've noticed it in games when I watch the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Sean King has a little tendency to throw the football high. Now, you make the football just a little bit wet, a little bad technique, and it takes off, and Jaquez Green has no chance of catching this football.
Tony Dungy likes Sean King for his propensity not to turn the football over. That's his first interception of the season.
Yeah, you know, I can even see dipped underneath it just a little. When you do that, that makes your shoulder pads go up. The football is going to follow it.
42 seconds on the clock. The Jets. Testaverde throws to the near side, complete to Richie Anderson, and Anderson down at the 18-yard line. Make that Curtis Martin, a pickup of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. And timeout stops the clock with 29 seconds to play. The Jets are down to 1 timeout.
I remember being in the 9th grade. I had to give a speech in front of an entire class of seniors. I began to feel flustered, I would look over at Mrs. Grant. She motivated me to do my best work. I came out of her class with a new sense of confidence. On behalf of the NFL, I would like to thank teachers like Mrs. Grant for making all the difference.
Sean King. His pass intercepted by Victor Green. His first interception of the season. We have 29 seconds to play in the first half, and the New York Jets at the 18-yard line.
That first interception of the year for quarterbacks, they just hate it. And, you know, he should be like me. Just go out there and get it done with, like when I played right off the start. Just throw one. Okay, that's over. Let's move on.
5 wide receivers for Testaverde. Goes for the end zone. It is intercepted by the Bucs. Damian Robinson picked off the floater, steps out of bounds at the 6-yard line, and there goes the scoring threat.
Well, you said it right, Greg. The floater. I don't know if it gets away. Look at Al Grove. He knows when you look at this play, the coverage is set up to take away this play right here. Damian Robinson, when this is thrown, there's no chance. He is going to get it all the way. He's playing the outside receiver over the top. And just watch Al grow. He knows it. You got to manage the game as a quarterback a little better than that, especially a veteran quarterback like Vinny Testaverde. Don't take a chance in that situation.
Damian Robinson was the target on Detroit's successful Hail Mary last week. Here he comes up with his first interception of the season. And the last 22 seconds will roll off the clock right now. So the Jets had the chance to pull closer, maybe even grab the lead. It wasn't in the cards. And the Bucs will go to the locker room with a 4-point advantage. Let's go down to Armin Katayan. Armin.
Coach, a tough first half, but your defense came up big in the end like normal.
Yeah, it's been what we expected. They're a very good team. They've made a couple of big plays. Curtis Martin made a long run. So we're going to have to regroup, see if we can cut down our mistakes in the second half.
All right, Coach. Thanks a lot. Greg?
All right, Armin, our halftime score, Tampa Bay 10 and the Jets 6. Coming up, we'll be sending you off to New York for the NASDAQ.com halftime report. Jim, Craig, Mike, and Jerry getting you caught up on all the NFL news, scores, and highlights. All of that coming your way after these messages from your local station.
CBS presents Kevin Spacey, Danny DeVito, Russell Crowe, and Kim Basinger in the network television premiere of L.A. Confidential, CBS tonight.
Jack goes to Russia in one of the most anticipated season premieres, CBS October 3rd.
The 260 horsepower CL Type S from Acura.
That's another delay of game by the offense.
Time out! All right, what's going on here? Stone Cold Steve Austin, sir. He was hit by that car. But who was driving it? It was The Rock. No, it was Triple H. What?
It wasn't The Rock. He gave us his word. Triple H got an airtight alibi. I personally think it was Kurt Angle. Anyhow, Stone Cold is back and Unforgiven. He'll get to the bottom of this.
WWF Unforgiven. Stone Cold's back to raise some hell. Check your local listings for details.
Maybe it was Vince.
The world is how you see it. It could be anything. So make the most of every mile. You're one of a kind. Ford's got your ride.
Ford's got your ride, and a deal that's tough to beat. Every best-selling new 2000 Ranger comes with a rarely seen 2000 cash back. 2000 back. Can you believe it? Be sure to see your Southern Ford dealer soon.
You're one of a kind. Ford's got your ride.
The 10 Predictor and Dick Fletcher, only on 10 News.
CBS Sports presentation of the NASDAQ.com halftime report is sponsored by NASDAQ.com, the information source for the serious investor.
Hi, everybody. Jim Nance in New York from our NFL Today studios off Fifth Avenue, and joined, of course, by Mike Ditka, Craig James, and Jerry Glanville. All the finals. Let's go through them so far here. Week 4. Dolphins defense does it again. Does not give up a touchdown. Patriots fall to 0-4.
Dave Wannstedt has got to be giggling down in Miami because they are playing some D. First time in 4 weeks in the history of the league that a team has only given up 1 touchdown.
What an awesome start.
Better than the 85 Bears.
Yeah. Oh, that's quite a concession there. Meanwhile, the Steelers are winless, just like the Patriots, as they fall by the same count that they lost last week to Cleveland by.
Yeah, before I tell you about this ball game, they weren't as good as your Bears. I'll promise you that much. Hey, this story of this ball game, Steve McNair's on the sideline, comes on late in the ball game, connects on 3 straight passes, has a big scramble to take them down to win the ball game.
Yeah, throws the winning touchdown with 1:25 to go, and Chris Brown missed from 50 to tie it in the closing seconds. Ravens blanks the Bengals. They're shut out for the 2nd straight week.
Yeah, as if the Ravens needed one more offensive weapon, they unleashed Jamal Lewis from the University of Tennessee. Straight ahead running. No fair dodges. They got another weapon. By the way, the Bengals stink.
Yeah, they're terrible. Scored 7 points in 3 games. Tell it like it is. The Rams, same old story. Warner, 4 touchdown passes, 2 to Holt, 1 covering 80, the other 85 yards. 49ers clobbered the Cowboys. Garner over 200 yards. Garcia threw for 4 scores. The Lions and the Bears. The Bears are 0-4 here.
The Bears doubled the yardage of the Lions. They had over 400 yards on offense. They had 5 turnovers. They had a very poor third down percentage. That's why you can't win football games.
And the Eagles are now 2-2 as McNabb today threw for 2 touchdowns, beating the Saints down in New Orleans. And the NASDAQ.com halftime report will continue in just a moment.
Monday, October 2nd. Everybody loves Raymond goes to Italy.
We were going to go to the Jersey Shore.
You're not following this for me, pal.
It's the adventure of a lifetime.
Wasn't in the brochure.
So feel the magic.
I never thought I'd be in such a place. I was just wondering, could your leg be in another place?
Take a Roman holiday with America's funniest dysfunctional family.
Don't fight here. It's the Coliseum.
Don't miss the special 1-hour season premiere. CBS Monday, October 2nd.
Now, a halftime update from 10 News.
Good evening, I'm Jennifer Howe. The Bucs are at the top of the news today, but a cyanide spill at the Parkside Mall is also making headlines. Hazmat crews moved in, and the mall has been evacuated. 2 people went to the hospital for treatment. We'll have a full report for you tonight at 11 o'clock. Plus, there have been some new developments in the search for a murder suspect on the run with her teenage daughter. Witnesses say the suspect shot and killed her husband's mistress. Now her truck has turned up in Hillsborough County.
Also tonight on 10 News, the Bucs on the road to Super Bowl 35, happening right here at Raymond James Stadium. Tampa Bay's 10 and CBS will be the ones to bring you that big game. Tonight, we go for a tour of the Super Bowl city with the crew of NFL Today, and we'll give you an inside look at how you get to see the game. Our Destiny 2001 Bucs coverage continues tonight.
This is Hurricane Isaac, located about 3,000 miles away from the Bay Area in the tropical Atlantic. As you can see, it's a very impressive storm system. It's a Category 3 hurricane with winds sustained around the center around 120 miles an hour, gusts up to around 155. And right now, it's moving towards the west-northwest. Will it be moving out into the Atlantic or towards the Bay Area? We'll answer that question at 11. We'll also talk about our chances of rainfall and some tropical moisture moving in by the end of the week. Jen?
All right, Jeff, we'll see you then. And that will do it for this halftime update. Enjoy the rest of the game, and we'll see you back here at 11 o'clock for 10 News. Have a good night.
When it comes to hurricanes, it's not a question of if.
We are being pelted with rain that have hail. It's burning.
But when.
I cannot believe it.
Rising tides have cut off Pinellas County.
Strong winds are continuing, and it's not a safe place to be driving.
This is just wild out here. It's unbelievable. Bridges are becoming impassable.
When hurricanes threaten Florida, you know you can trust the experience of Dick Fletcher, only on 10 News.
But where's Curtis Martin? Curtis Martin for the Jets only has 11 rushes. Give him the ball.
You need to worry more about what you got down there instead of punching me.
Get off of my material.
All right, guys, let's get everybody caught up. Kansas City and Denver out in the Mile High City, and the Broncos are in front, and thanks to their defense, they are, in fact, leading.
Hey, they're getting better, Timbo. They're getting better on defense. Ray Crockett comes up here 26 yards later. He goes in for the touchdown. And Elvis Gerback has got to get the ball deeper. All of his passes right now are going to the tight end underneath.
Meanwhile, Cleveland's getting trounced out at Oakland. They ride in the Raider land, 2-game win streak, but William Thomas Well, he's run one back for a
This is
touchdown.
Wheatley up the middle, and all they're going to do is pound Cleveland. Cleveland cannot stop the running game, and they're going to hit him with Wheatley and Coughlin until they fall apart.
Yeah, William Thomas with 2 picks of couch passes. One was returned 48 yards for a touchdown. Seattle leads, even though Carney's kicked 4 field goals. They've just reached halftime in San Diego. Seattle up a point. Meanwhile, Green Bay behind Favre. 200 yards in the first half. They're on to the third quarter, and they're leading 17-3 against Arizona. Early today, well, Miami's defense started again. An ugly game. Only 14 first downs in the entire game, and only 1 touchdown, Mike.
1 touchdown's all they needed. Is defense that counts. Here, Peeler hits Emmanuel for a touchdown. But you can't even talk about offense. When you talk about Miami, you got to talk about their defense.
And they're now 3-1.
Yeah, the story of the game at Pittsburgh. Neil O'Donnell knocked out Steve McNair, comes in off the bench, connects 3 in a row. This one here to Aaron Kinney for the touchdown and the victory.
And
Kinney.
Yeah.
Woo, they're tight end.
The Ravens, look at them. And here's their tight end, Shannon Sharp, hauling one in. Cincinnati gets blanked for the 2nd straight week. How about the Rams, Jerry?
Wow, look at this. This is Torrey Holt, 3 catches. Best ever in the history of the league. He averaged 63 yards a catch for the ball game.
Yeah, he went 80 yards one time. You saw it right there. Another one for 85 on a touchdown.
Here was a slobber knocker at Texas Stadium. The 49ers whipped him. Terrell Owens with the touchdown reception. He goes to the middle of the field for the start. This is the 3rd time they had a meeting. The teams came out. This was kind of a riot here at the middle. George T. comes in from behind, knocks him out. Well, I tell you what, it was ugly. No respect.
And the anemic Lions offense the first 3 weeks, well, they got on the board a few times today, Mike.
Well, they just had 1 called back, and they come back right back to Quarles. They break the defense, and he gets 1 block, they go in. The Bears outgain him 2-1 on offense, turn it over 5 times, they lose.
I love talking about the New Orleans Saints because I'm sitting next to the man who used to run the program. Brian Mitchell, number 30, back deep, gets the punt, going to weave his way 72 yards for a touchdown. The 3rd touchdown the special teams have given up this year at New Orleans. What's going on down there?
Bobby April, where are you? Come out of retirement.
Mike Ditka, where are you? No. Philadelphia evens its record at 2-2 with a win down New Orleans way. Thanks for being with us on the NASDAQ.com halftime report. Second half action is coming up shortly. One more look at Sean King to Jacquez for 75
CBS
yards.
Sports presentation of the NASDAQ.com halftime report is sponsored by NASDAQ.com, the information source for the serious investor.
Craig T. Nelson stars in The District, CBS Saturday, October 7th.
It's a long road to the Olympic Games, and Chevy is driving towards the goal during the final days of the Chevrolet U.S. Olympic Countdown. Don't miss your chance to get up to $2,500 cash back or low APR financing on select 2000 Chevy trucks. These offers won't last. It all ends October 2nd. Hurry to the final days of the Chevrolet U.S. Olympic Countdown at your local Chevy dealer today.
The first time I tasted Mama's Tropea de Polo, I knew I would become a master chef.
Before that, he wanted to be a stone cobbler. That was a bad idea.
What? The cobbler is a good profession.
Maybe you have not noticed, Aldo, but these days all the roads are paved. But the people, they still eat.
Tender chicken, mushrooms, and artichoke hearts come together to create the Scallopini di Polo. Romano's Macaroni Grill, run by chefs. That explains our food.
Boy, you can just feel the excitement in here. I mean, this place is hot.
Can you believe it? The Bucs are in the Super Bowl.
And it's right here in Tampa Bay, and it's on 10 News.
The Bucs' timing is a perfect 10.
Red, come on, get ready. The commercial's almost over. What were you thinking about anyway?
Do you believe in destiny?
Welcome back to Tampa, everyone. It's a 10-6 game. It has been a close game throughout, and the halftime statistics bear that out. Not much difference in total yards and turnovers, time of possession. Let's go down to Armin Katsay, and Al Gross coming out on the field. Armin.
Coach, you talked about being able to strike big when you had the chance, a couple of blown chances late in that first half.
Well, we got a couple that got us down the field, and that did get us the points there with the field goal. Missed an opportunity here, which you can't pass many up, but look at the second half. What we got to think about is winning and not be afraid to lose.
All right, Coach, thank you.
All right, Armin, Greg Gumbel with Phil Simms. Never let it be said Al Groh minces words.
Oh, he is. I tell you, he can get to a point in a hurry, can he? But I think he said it right about the first half. My impressions were the Jets, 2 big chances down there, and they blew them both. One, the pass to Fred Baxter out in the right where he caught it out of bounds, the interception, and then Sean King, too, just the first half, played with a lot of poise, made some big passes to give the Buccaneers 10 points.
And let's go back to what we said at the very beginning of the day. This is a very dominating Tampa defense, but it has not yet been tested the way a New York Jets offense has tested them so far today.
I don't think they've seen the scheme that, like the Jets are going to throw at you. In other words, they play teams. Detroit struggled. Chicago, they're kind of a finesse team. New England was struggling on offense with their offensive line. The Jets do it all. They give you a lot of looks. They can run it with power with Curtis Martin. They protect Vinny Testaverde. They throw it down the field. So the Buccaneers have, hey, they've answered some questions, too, with their defense by doing it, holding the Jets to 6 points.
Meanwhile, that matchup between Keyshawn Johnson and Wayne Corbett, well, Keyshawn has 1 reception for 1 yard. Wayne Corbett with 1 catch for 14 yards. We may still hear from them in the second half, but first half hasn't lived up to the hype as yet.
Well, I don't think we were ever led to believe that Keyshawn Johnson, by the Buccaneers staff or by him, that he was going to have a big day today.
Aaron Stecker from the goal line. The 20, the 25, the 30, and brought down at about the 34-yard line. Excellent return of 35 yards by the first-year free agent out of Western Illinois. And Sean King set to go back to work.
The one thing I really like what the Buccaneers did in the first half on first down, they have been a very heavy run football team. Al Groh says they lead the league in first down runs. So they came out in the first half, they had a few play actions, and they made big plays to open receivers down the field. So I would think you'd come out and try it a couple more times somewhere here in the second half.
Line of scrimmage is the 35-yard line. Done. To about the 37. Ernie Logan with the stop along with Victor Green. You know, we're talking about, Keyshawn Johnson with 1 catch and Wayne Corbett with 1 catch. Well, where are all these receiving yards coming from? In the first half, Jacquez Green chalked up 75 and Lavernius Coles led the Jets with 34. King looking at a 2nd and 8. Done again. Breaks across the 40 to about the 41-yard line. Marvin Jones putting the stop on him there after a 5-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 3.
You know what I noticed too, Greg, just the first half, well played for a football where it rained so hard during warm-ups, tough on the players. I know the football's some slipping, things like that, but overall, a lot of good things by both teams, and also both of them doing a good job to counter what the other team is trying to do. Not getting fooled too much, not giving up those plays that lead to a lot of points, and we'll see who cracks first in the second half.
From the shotgun on 3rd and 3, King. All kinds of time, and now throws incomplete, in and out of the hands of Warwick Dunn. It would have been more than enough for a first down. Instead, the Bucs will have to kick it away.
Good job by Sean King finding the right guy, but again, well, Warwick Dunn, it's a perfect throw. Just doesn't turn himself around quick enough to make the catch. Trying to catch it on the run instead of just turning, make the catch, and get the first down.
Dedrick Ward is back for the punt. Tampa Bay now just 1 out of 5 in 3rd down. But they lead 10-6. Ward from the 7. Nothing but Bucs in front of him. And he's down at the 13-yard line. Dexter Jackson, first man down the field, 52-yard punt, and just an 8-yard return.
Paid too much for airfare, and there's nothing left for the vacation. Fly Southwest coast to coast for $99 or less one way. Available only at southwest.com. Purchased by September 28th and travel by January 7th.
You are now free to move about the country.
It has been completely redesigned, so it is more powerful, safer, quieter, and more spacious, with ultra-low emissions and improved fuel economy. Introducing the all-new Civic from Honda. Amazing, but true.
Why can't they park in the garage like everyone else?
Walking around on your feet, you're on those 8 hours a day. That's a third of your life you're standing on your feet here at work. You need to be comfortable.
With Wolverine DuraShocks, comfort is a guarantee.
It's your concert hall. It's your car. Keep it going with Midas. New services, more parts, a lifetime guarantee for more than mufflers. Go Midas.
If you were the only person on Earth who knew you were innocent, how far would you go to prove it?
I didn't kill my wife!
The Fugitive premieres CBS Friday, October 6th.
Complete with pirate ship. This is Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, the site of Super Bowl 35, and we will be here on January the 28th in 2001 for the Super Bowl. Greg Gumbel, Phil Simms, Armin Kate, and the Jets. First down. Testaverde fakes to the left, throws to the right, and Richie Anderson out to the 20-yard line. Pickup of about 6, and it'll be 2nd and 4.
You know, it's interesting, Greg. That's a little fake the screen one-way turn and throw it the other way. And watch who comes out and is trying to lead the screen with the block. Kevin Mawai, number 68. It's so unusual. We heard it from Warren Sapp saying, hey, this guy is the best center in the league. He's lost about 15 pounds from last year. He's a little quicker, but he leads the running play sometimes on sweep. And as you saw, he can get out there and lead the screen plays on the outside, too.
Out into the flat is incomplete. Curtis Martin was looking one way. The ball went the other, and it'll be 3rd and 4.
Well, it's just a good job. Throw the football away when there's no play to be made, and just timing. Watch here. John Lynch just times the snap of the quarterback. He blitzes. No, he didn't get there, but Testaverde saw him. That's why he threw the football away. And blitzing for a safety, it's about timing with the quarterback snap. And John Lynch, being an ex-quarterback, does it very well.
Played a couple years as quarterback at Stanford and 2 years at safety. 3rd and 4. Testaverde going to try over the top. Incomplete, intended for Wayne Corbett. Lynch came over to help out as Rondé Barber was almost stride for stride with Corbett.
Well, John Lynch this time. Look, if Testaverde gets it out there about another 2 or 3 yards, John Lynch came across a little too shallow and just gets his hand on it along with Rondé Barber. But Wayne Corbett is behind him, and it's going to be a big play, slightly underthrown.
Carl Williams standing at about his own 34-yard line. Penalty marker is down. Williams looking for room to run and can't find any, and he's down at about the 33, and another penalty is down. Penalty marker down on the far side of the field.
Well, Chris Hayes, the special teams player for the New York Jets, he was blocked in the back on the way down. That's the first flag. I'm not sure what the second one was. I can only do one at a time. I can't do it all.
You're a one penalty marker guy.
You know, I always say, Greg, you know, when you're home and you go, how can there always be so many penalties on special teams? And I said this last year. I had an official tell me that he says, you got to remember, it's so easy to see them. The players think because they're running down the field that maybe somebody doesn't see them. They're so spread out. He says the infractions are like, boy, you can spot them right away. And I go, of course, that makes sense. You know, you don't have all your teammates around you. The camouflage maybe getting away with the
There were
hole.
two fouls on the receiving team. Illegal block in the back. Receiving team will be declined. Holding receiving team number 20 is accepted. 10 yards. First down.
Donnie Abraham.
The upshot is it was against the receiving team. 10-6, Bucks.
Hi.
Ready?
Uh-huh. So did you want to take my car?
What do you mean? Introducing the all-new Civic Coupe from Honda. Amazing, but true.
Hey, Steve. Call me Miller Lite. Call me Miller Lite. Call me Miller Lite. Toss to the remote. Hey, Peanuts. Oh.
Grab the unbreakable plastic bottle from Miller Lite.
I'm such a klutz.
I'm Dan.
It's Miller time.
I'm okay.
Today we're talking about desktops. This is the IBM NetVista X40. It's all in one. It takes up 75% less space than other desktops. It's got an Intel Pentium 3 processor. It's very cool. This is a desktop from another company. It's big, and it's big. If you want the NetVista, go to IBM.com and buy it direct. If you want the big one, go somewhere else, like a big store somewhere.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of the Super Bowl. The all-new Honda Civic, amazing but true. And by IBM, taking e-business and your business to the next level.
We're talking with Jets coach Al Groh last night, who made note of the fact that the Bucs have started more possessions in plus territory than any other team in the league. In that regard, the Jets have done a good job as far as field position goes, but the Bucs have put together a couple of long drives in response. They start from their own 24. King, play action, throws this side. It is intercepted. Pass was intended for Keyshawn Johnson, and Aaron Glenn picked it off.
Wow, so many good things for the New York Jets. They guessed right. They blitz, pressure the quarterback. They do that. Marvin Jones, the linebackers, they get inside, watch them. Sean King has to throw the football before he's ready. And when you make a quarterback anticipate a lot, what happens is you don't get that good look at the defense. Watch Aaron Glenn come off of his receiver and intercept the overthrown pass. Well, you ought to be excited. You guessed right. Your defense executed. That's why you got the turnover.
The word on Sean King is that he doesn't turn the football over. He now has 2 interceptions in the last 3 passes he's thrown. First down, Jets at the Tampa Bay 42. Curtis Martin to the 40, inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line, and let's check in with Jim Nance in New York.
All right, Greg, Kansas City was down 12 when Elvis Gerback hooked up with Tony Gonzalez for the 8th time today. Gonzalez over 100 yards receiving. Chiefs are back in at third quarter Mile High. Let's go back now to Greg and Phil.
All right, Jim, thanks. We'll pick up a 4 on that last run. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Jets.
Now, that was that fake sweep left. Let's go back right, and didn't fool the Bucs defense, but Curtis Martin broke about 4 tackles to pick up the yardage.
Fred Baxter is in motion. Testaverde to throw. Has time and throws incomplete.
Testaverde pass intended for number 89, Ethan Ward. Incomplete. 3rd down 6 at the 38.
Testaverde has been throwing the ball much more than the Jets have been running it.
Well, I kind of like their game plan. It's, you know, the scheme looks good. They haven't quite executed some of the underneath throws, which I thought they would do a little better at. But because of the repetitions, 24 passes, the offensive line has done a good job blocking the defensive line in passing situations.
3rd and 6. Testaverde straight up the middle. Brought down, loose football. Jets appear to fall on it. But it'll be 4th down. Ryan Young fell on the loose ball.
Well, that's what's different with this Buccaneer defense. You turn the football over on your side, short field to work with for the other team's offense. Rondé Barber, wow, just out of nowhere comes up, makes the tackle. But they're so good they can come out and stop you from even getting close enough to even get a field goal try.
Tom Tupa will now try to pin the Bucs deep in their own territory. And now Tupa up behind the center, calling signals.
Tupa's a quarterback in college and even in the pros. Oh, that was contact.
Well, let's see. Now penalty markers fly. Chidi Ahanatu was the one who jumped.
Now, I know the New York Jets, they run a lot of trick plays out of that formation. And the name for it is, they call it a wrap-a-hole. And I'll tell you what it means in a minute.
Prior to snap, ball start, offense number 7. 5-yard penalty remains, 4th down.
They've called that against Tupa.
Well, I don't know what. He could have done one of a couple things. He could have moved, or he could have jerked his head.
Like that.
Well, I guess that's what they're calling, but that was nothing out of the ordinary. But I've got a wrap-a-hole, Greg. You ready?
Yeah.
A run, A-R, a run, a pass, a hit on the enemy. You got that? Clever stuff.
Very good.
Okay. So I have to write it out for you.
Yes, you do. This time, Tupa will kick it. Carl Williams standing at his own 10. Tupa aimed for the sideline. Didn't do a very good job of aiming for the sideline. Hit dead center in the end zone. 44-yard punt. Once again, the Bucs will start from their own 20-yard line.
Trouble? It's Miller from Risk Management. He's in distress. Miller. Monty, what's our capacity?
Well, headroom 38.5 inches, leg room 42.1 inches, and of course shoulder room.
Mister, I need hip room.
Front seat or rear seat?
Rear seat.
A full 54.1 inches, sir.
That's more than enough. Got room for one more? Climb aboard, Miller.
It's easy to get carried away. The Accord from Honda.
I'm not going to let my retirement growth potential get lost in the excitement of a new job.
These days, people are likely to change jobs 7 or 8 times. Unfortunately, many job changers don't take control of their 401ks and actively manage those assets.
Fidelity's Rollover Express, now online, is an easy way to take charge of your retirement plan savings with access to investment choices and funds with a history of solid performance. Just call 1-800-FIDELITY or visit fidelity.com.
It's midnight in Las Vegas, and for crime scene investigator Gil Grissom, it's time to go to work.
We'll find him, Miss Hunt. There is always a clue.
To do his job, he has to be part scientist.
Concentrate on what cannot lie, the evidence.
Part detective.
I have a warrant for your toenails. Come again?
And a little out there.
Is there a grasshopper in here?
So what makes his team of investigators the best?
So many reasons.
William Peterson in CSI, premiere CBS, October 6th.
CBS Sports, the exclusive home of the NCAA Basketball Championship.
Reinstated the Magic. Tonight on CBS, how did Baku in the former Soviet Union get to be an American boomtown? It's the oil. Find oil and you'll find American oil men tonight on 60 Minutes. And then Kevin Spacey, Kim Basinger, Russell Crowe lead an all-star cast in the Oscar-winning crime saga that will keep you riveted. Don't miss the network premiere of L.A. Confidential. It's all tonight on CBS. On first down, Allstott straight ahead to the 22 before Ernie Logan made the stop. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know, Greg, something we haven't talked about today, and you look at this Buccaneer defense, and it's, you know, we always focus on quarterback, wide receiver. Les Steckel, the new offensive coordinator, but one of the big things you see that's really changed it, I'm talking about the Buccaneer offense, is the center Jeff Christie and Randall McDaniel guard. They've really given us stability inside, pass protection, and they're actually doing a better job running the ball inside, I think, this year.
Allstott trying to bounce to the outside. He dropped that close to the 25-yard line by Marvin Jones and Marcus Coleman. It'd be 3rd and 5. Well, Warren Sapp, when we talked about him, he said, you know, Christie and Randall McDaniel have solidified our offense. Keyshawn Johnson complements it, but Christie and McDaniel solidified it.
Well, for the skilled people to excel, you always got to give them time and give them a chance to. An offensive lineman, that's what they do. And this is a pretty strong offensive line the Buccaneers have put together.
3rd and 5. King throws over the middle. That's complete to Dave Moore for a first down. Dave Moore, whose first NFL reception was a 10-yard catch from Vinny Testaverde. He's the only remaining Buck here from Vinny Testaverde's days.
Watch him fake it. He's going to delay. They're going to fake the pass to Ward Dunn. They did it in the first half. It didn't work. Look at that. Then he just ambles over the middle. It's called a tight end delay, a tight end screen, whatever you want to call it. The Jets have already seen it one time. They don't react to it well the second time.
From the umpire's hat, Bob Wagner.
Yeah, you see, he reacted very well to it.
Mike Allstott across the 35 to the 37-yard line.
But, you know, that last play, that's an important play. Nice design. It took all the pressure off the quarterback, all the players. They said, okay, here it is. Sean, drop back, make a fake, and we're going to get the tight end wide open over the middle. Now, it happens. They pick up a first down. Now they can change field position. Your offense can get in some rhythm, and you start to get the defense to start to guessing what you're going to do.
Allstott again. Penalty markers fly as he dives to the 40-yard line. And this is going to go back against Tampa Bay. Phil Luckett.
Holding offense, number 62. 10-yard penalty repeat. Second down.
The center, Jeff Christie.
Oh, Phil just barked that out at us, didn't he?
Well, one thing you know, these Bucks have the luxury, when they feel they have to, of just handing the ball off to a couple of quality backs.
Well, they can do that for Greg. They can do it for a reason. One, they're good at it, but also they're really never in a position where they got to come from behind or they got to hurry up the pace of the game. Just like now, 10-6. Okay, if we don't get a first down, let's punt it. Let our defense do its work.
Done. Hit at about the 27-yard line. Victor Green coming up from his safety position to administer the hit. It'll be 3rd and 14.
Well, the one thing that's probably been a little surprising so far today, the Jets being aggressive up front. Look at all the people going to the football. And look, there's Victor Green. He's a safety up there near the line of scrimmage. I thought the Jets would kind of hang back, try not to give up the big plays today in the passing game to the play actions all day long. But even though they were burned early, they remained aggressive, and they're challenging the Buccaneers.
Keyshawn Johnson has been averaging more than 21 yards a catch on 3rd down plays. Let's see if he figures here. Sean King pulls it down, and he's going to run to the 35, brought down at about the 37-yard line. He'll be short of a first down. A pickup of 9 on the play. Bucks wide receivers have made just 3 catches so far today.
You know, I remember last year we came down here. What did Riddell Anthony tell us? He goes, oh, I know as a wide receiver, we're not going to catch any passes. But that has changed. They expect a few more passes in games now, but the Jets doing a good job against them today.
Dedrick Ward back at his own 20-yard line. Nice kick by Mark Royal. From the 7 to the 20. And down at about the 23-yard line. 5:24 to play in the 3rd quarter. The Bucks lead it by 4.
Coach Seifert, did you know that Staples offers more than just office supplies? They also have a copy center.
I enjoy the uniqueness of the variety.
Look, I made these George Seifert business cards, laminated this George Seifert photo and autograph, all at the Staples Copy Center.
Not many.
I even made copies of your Sunday Secret game plan.
I'm concerned about that.
Do you know me? Probably not. In my daily life, I like to be recognized. Hi. When I shop on the internet, I prefer a little privacy, which is why I use the American Express card. With private payments, I get the security of a unique number created for each purchase I make. It's just one of the ways American Express helps me protect my identity online. And soon they'll even help me surf the net anonymously, giving me the recognition I'm looking for. None. American Express. Don't leave home pages without it.
Monty, set coordinates for track 5.
Aye, aye.
Good idea.
Sir, Interstate 13 is now in range.
Affirmative, I-13 it is. If it were me, I'd take the Egan Expressway.
On my Shabbat, call the shots.
Guard vessel approaching fast.
Show them what a VTEC engine can do.
VTEC power. Steady. Steady.
All right, people, let's take her home.
It's easy to get carried away. The Accord Coupe from Honda.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by American Express. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, American Express helps you do more. And by Staples. Staples has everything you need for your business at guaranteed low prices.
Welcome back to Tampa. The big question in New York, once Keyshawn Johnson departed, who's going to catch the passes from Vinny Testaverde? Today, it's been 6 different receivers, including the rookie Anthony Beck's first NFL reception. There is the mouth that has roared all week long, Keyshawn Johnson. First down, Jets 23-yard line. Their third possession this half. They have yet to register a first down. Testaverde throws, and that's complete to tight end Fred Baxter out over the 25 to about the 28-yard line.
And number 84, Fred Baxter. Brought down by number 21, Johnny Abraham. Gain of 5. Second down, 5, 28.
Monty Kiffin, you just saw a shot of him on the sideline, telling us yesterday that he is so proud of the chemistry that his defense has. He has a lot of chemistry. That's what we have going for us. Got a lot of really good players going for them, too. Trebek in motion. Testaverde to throw. And overthrows Baxter, incomplete. And let's check in with Armin Kate. And Armin.
Thanks, Greg. You know, Tony Dungy told us one of the greatest influences on his life was former Pittsburgh coach Chuck Noll, who said the best way and one of the best things he learned from Noll was in order to build a winning team, the fastest way to do it is with speed and explosiveness on defense. He said it's difficult to reproduce in practice and even harder to handle in the games, as we're seeing right now. It's a pretty strong statement. Back to you.
All right, Armin. 5 wide receivers for the Jets. Testaverde over the middle has Dedrick Ward, and it's a first down. Good job by Testaverde standing in under the pressure.
Yeah, that's what he did, Greg. He did not panic inside the pocket. He just shuffled around. I want you to watch the pass protection up front. Look, Warren Sapp, a lot of movement coming around. Jason Fabini does a good job of staying with him, getting him out of the way, and look at Dedrick Ward. 5 receivers down the field. You give the quarterback that extra step. He moves. Somebody's going to get wide open.
So in this, their third possession of the second half, the Jets get a first down for the first time since the second half kickoff. Testaverde throws out here, intercepted, and it's a touchdown. Rondé Barber. He returned a fumble 24 yards against the Bears. He returns this interception 37 yards for the touchdown.
Well, that was the play we talked about in the first half, where the Jets were going to fake the sweep one-way counter. They've done it twice. That was the pass off of it, but Rondé Barber all over the receiver, not even looking at Testaverde, just reacts to the throw.
Dramatica, extra point is good. 3:47 to play in the third quarter, and the Bucs have jumped to a 17-6 lead.
Do you think you're making a difference? We do. Since you started talking to your children about drinking, teenage drinking is down 45%. To all parents who are making a difference, thank you.
It's a better place to live. It's a better place to live. Thanks to you.
Know how to spot a die-hard battery owner? Look for their jumper cables.